So this is the online course called Core Principles of WTO Law. And as many people who have been listening to the news media recently will know, the WTO is a really hot topic, particularly for those of us here in the UK. With Brexit, there is a big question about whether or not, following Brexit, Britain's relationship with the EU will be on the basis of WTO terms. So it's really quite important that we all understand and know, for those of us who are involved in this area of law, all understand and know what the WTO means and what the implication of the WTO principles would be in that situation. But what many people may not yet fully appreciate is that Brexit is actually a worldwide earthquake in terms of international trade law. With Britain leaving the EU, that means that Britain will be looking to negotiate with trade agreements with all countries outside the EU. So it doesn't matter where you are now, there is an interest from your country and Britain in establishing a relationship. Those relationships will be governed by the sorts of terms that we see in the WTO. As the name of the course suggests, this course focuses on the core principles of WTO law. So if you've had no experience of the WTO at all, this course is definitely for you. In this course, students are introduced to the WTO, so there's a brief understanding of how the WTO came about and why it exists in the first place. Students gain an understanding of the organisational structure of the WTO. We also look critically at the core principles of the WTO. So principles like most favoured nation, principles like national treatment. We look at when there might be exceptions to these principles, security issues. One of the key factors around the development of the WTO was in fact the dispute resolution system that is now involved. And so we analyse that as well. In the run-up to the Brexit referendum, it was noted that there were only about 11 people in the entirety of Whitehall, that's the public service within Britain that would deal with trade-related matters, who had experience of negotiating trade agreements. That means that there is a massive opportunity for people to move into this field of law.